I am super excited about today's conversation, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I have Lauren Petrullo here with me today. And when I found out she was going to be on our show, I got really excited because I learned that she learned to live out of a duffel bag. And I was like, oh my goodness, how do you live with only the stuff in a duffel bag? I got a lot of questions. So please help me welcome today to our show, Lauren Petrullo. Lauren, how are you today?
Oh, I'm so good. How are you doing?
Now, back early in your life, as you left and you moved away from home and you were couch surfing, and many people don't know what the couch surfing concept is. Share with us what the couch surfing concept is, and then how that maybe it affected your life as you were settling in to your own home. What did you do that either worked at other people's places you were staying at, or that you were like, I'm not doing that in my own place?
Yeah. So there's two ways you can think about couch surfing is you're literally staying at other people's couches. That's what couch surfing is. Like you're staying here for a few days, here for a week. There are websites where you can actually couch surf as you travel as an alternative means. If you don't want to Airbnb a full bedroom, couch surfing is absolutely a thing that's done. It's like a hostel kind of environment, but in someone's living room. And what that like really big lesson learning was I was intruding on someone else's space. And the amount of time I could stay there was obvious by how much space, how much real estate, but like more like emotional and like all of my stuff took up. And a lot of that was in the bathroom. So for me, it was just like, great, if I'm bringing a bathroom bag, this is the stuff that I need. I need to make sure that the products I'm using are multitasking. I need to make sure that everything is intentional that's fitting inside that bathroom bag because my shortest stays with friends or people that were allowing me to stay in their home was bathrooms. It felt like I was taking up more space than I actually was. And then it also became if they had kids or if they had pets, my stuff would get blurred between what is theirs. And I only had so few. So I remembered every single item of mine. So if my hairbrush is missing, I know my hairbrush is missing because where else would it go kind of situation. So that really defined of when I travel or visit other people, I try to take up as little space and intrude in your environment as possible because I'm here to see you and experience time with you, not for you to experience the space that I consume. My personality takes up a lot of space. I don't want my stuff to as well.
I love that. Well, now, as a CEO of an advertising agency, my concern is there something that is just uniquely your own, or are you just minimalistic in all areas of life?
Mm. When you ask me something uniquely my own, can
Like for
you?
me, for
Yeah.
example, in my office, I can let everything else go. I don't need
Mm.
stuff. But in my computer space, I've got like 5 computers on my desktop, and I've got them all running and doing different things simultaneously. And I'm like an orchestra musician where I've got something uploading here and something uploading over here. And
Mm.
that's my comfort zone. And so don't anybody get in my comfort zone because this is my space. That's my
Ah.
thing. And I could give up clothing and shelter and whatever as long as I have internet access and I got my computers with me.
Fair. Internet access is life. That is really important. But I don't think I have that attachment. Maybe I would potentially, I'd be okay with losing my phone. There's some pictures in there that I would be upset. When my husband and I talk about what's happening, it's always my dog I'm grabbing first. And then it's like my marriage certificate and the first album my husband ever made for me. And that's just like hard printed photos. But everything else, like it's okay with. But for work wise, I think I've learned with the situations where I continue to go minimal, and again, this carries over from Disney and what we do with work specific stuff. Distraction takes away from the offer and what you need. So obnoxious, like we do Facebook ads, and the thing where we see people fail with Facebook ads if they don't have an obvious audience with a sexy offer. That's it. Everything else is distraction. Everything else is noise. And when we reduce all the other pieces, like, is it my laptop? Like, 'cause we travel a lot, we go to clients' offices. We'll see like pivoting and again, that forced innovation in a minimalist, like when you're at war, you have forced innovation more. So if someone needs to use a computer, yeah, here you go. I don't need a computer and I don't want to be confined and expected to be able to do my job if I don't have that computer because I could do it from my phone or I can run to an internet cafe. I don't have anything that's like doomsday, except maybe like having access to Wi-Fi and a computer doesn't have to be mine and then my bank account.
Talk to us about that for a minute, because I know that for me personally, making the switch and transition from stuff to electronic stuff was a
Mm,
huge thing. I went from like 10,000 books to books that on Kindle fit on my phone, and
yeah.
going from a paper office to having paperless office. And
Yeah.
so everything is now, all receipts are now captured in QuickBooks, and I don't need the physical paper copies. How did you go from a world of stuff to a world of minimalization, especially running a business and being the CEO?
Yeah, it really comes down to cloud-based. I have the Kindle Paperwhite, but even further on the books, like I'm obsessed with my library. I get books delivered and then I return the books all the time. I don't want to keep a book. If I kept a book, it's because I haven't read it yet.
Mhm.
And I used to be like proud of my library. Look at all the books I've read. And I'm like, now look at all the books I haven't read yet. I don't want you to see the books. Like there's exceptions, of course, if it's like a friend who wrote a book or something I reread. But to go from like stuff to electronic, like everything is on the cloud. And again, it just goes back to we have people on our team that live in areas where there's a natural disaster and they can't work. Does it mean that they should be isolated? Like Google Drive houses everything. We have LastPass security stuff for access. I just need Wi-Fi and a device to connect to Wi-Fi, and it doesn't have to be mine. But if it is mine, again, my Mac computer is like this large, and I get the power of a master desktop, and I can plug into any co-working space. I'm not letting the situation or the outside environment, external factors, be an excuse for not being able to show up and do my job.
That's awesome. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks again. Have a great week.